A very good evening to all. Toastmaster Zena Lewis here, Sergeant at Arms from Inspiron Toastmasters Club in association with VVC Toastmaster Club. Welcome you all for our Inspiron meeting number 244. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. A few ground rules we need to follow. Please make sure you are seated in a peaceful environment and having good internet connectivity. Please stay on mute as soon as your turn is over. Please do not unmute yourself unless required. Members are requested to keep their video turned on and not to make any unnecessary movements. If you have to do so, kindly turn it off and then turn it on once you're back. Please avoid talking about taboo topics like sex, politics, and religion. Please use the reaction buttons to applaud role takers. In case of any queries, please feel free to use the raise hand option or drop a message on the chat below. On that note, I would like to hand over the proceedings to our president, Toastmaster Fiona Watts.
Toastmaster Fiona. I think she has technical issues. Let us wait. But nevertheless, good evening all. This is Amit here, the VP Education of Inspiron Toastmasters Club. I welcome you all for the meeting number 244. It's very nice to see all of you here this evening. A very warm welcome to the district leaders. We have Media Director Jyotika Shetty with us. Welcome. We also have Media Director Deepa Bandari. Welcome, ma'am. And thank you for being here. We have got representatives from VVC Toastmasters Mysore. Welcome you all. We also have people from Tripunatara Toastmasters. Welcome you all. And also we have representatives from Manipal Udupi Toastmasters also. Welcome you all. Thank you so much for joining today. We also have our new member who's joining us today, that is Roshan. Roshan?
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Thank you so
Hi. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining in Inspiron Toastmasters Club. It's your very first second meeting. I think so. This is your second meeting, right?
Technically third, but I don't know what kind of meetings have I been to. Yeah, so I get the gist of the sessions. Thank you.
Okay, I think Royal will be updating you. Your induction process will happen in our next meeting. So all the other membership related aspects will be dealt with Royal.
Sure.
All right. Fiona?
Can you all hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Fiona, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. It's always that, and a warm welcome to everyone for the meeting number 244. It's always that when I become a TMOD, my network gives up. And the same thing happened today. I'm on laptop, and it shows that the host has kicked me out of the Zoom meeting. And in fact, when I joined on my phone, and it really gave me trouble. And this is here. Let's see how long my phone will trouble me. Okay. Anyway, so today's theme, as you all know, is said, "Love Me." I remember I actually stay in Valencia, and I travel on Sundays. I travel to Bachpe to meet my parents and to spend some quality time with them. As usual, one Sunday I went to Toastmaster meetings, at Milagros Toastmasters. And on my way back to Valencia to pick my things, I saw him there and I just fell in love with him. I kept my scooty aside. I don't know where I parked it, but I'm sure that I didn't park it near the no parking area because I was told once. And I was so in love that I went and literally I stared at him and I just sat there and I started staring at him. Then I realized that even he was looking into my eyes, and I came to know that he told me, "Love me and please take me home." I stared at him for quite longer. I felt like I should catch his hands, kiss on his forehead. And when I was actually dreaming about it, two of my students woke me up saying, "Ma'am, how come you're here?" Yeah, I'm fine. How are you all? And then they told me he's handsome. I said, of course he is. And so one of my student, Nikhil, told me, why don't you take him home? I told him, even your ma'am has to ask permission from her parents. I cannot. And they started talking to him, but he never spoke to them. He just started looking into my eyes and just looking at me. People tried talking to him, but still he didn't respond, but he just looked at me. In his eyes, in his black, dark, beautiful eyes, I felt he told me, let's go for a walk. So I started walking. So we both went for a walk in Suvarna Lane. And all of a sudden, he started crawling in the mud. And we broke the silence. I started laughing and he did meow. So I lifted him up, I dusted him and brought him back to the adoption camp and kept him in his cage. And everyone was adopting all the beautiful cats over there. But this guy was, he was black and malnourished, so people weren't. So let me tell you more about him a little later, but let us move into the first segment. So our meeting is divided into 3 segments. The first segment is the prepared speeches, and the second segment is the table topics, and the third segment will be the evaluation segment. So before that, I would like to call upon the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Krishna Kant from VVE Toastmasters Club. I'll talk more about him a little later. So to introduce his tag team, including the timer who is Jeevan Bharat and grammarian Toastmaster Jacob, they both are dog lovers, and the accounter Toastmaster DTM Bandari. Over to you, the general evaluator Toastmaster Krishna Kant Pai.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fiona. Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Gives me immense pleasure to come as a general evaluator for Inspiron Toastmasters Club. I always wonder when there are so many experienced Toastmasters present, how am I qualified? How am I equipped to evaluate a meeting as a whole? Because I'm not as experienced as the people present here. What I understood was that when we stand out and an evaluator's role is given, you watch the meeting from a neutral perspective. So the evaluation actually becomes easy, even if you're not qualified. So that's my role today. I'm going to be having an eagle's vision on the meeting. I'm going to evaluate the meeting as a whole. So that is a humongous job. And in order to help me with that, I have a tag team with me, which consists of a timer, R counter, and grammarian. Timer, Toastmaster Jeevan, who I believe is having a tiny technical glitch. He will join us soon. Until then, let's have the R counter introduce their role to us. The R counter for today, Toastmaster Deepa Bandhari. The screen is all yours, ma'am.
Good evening. Thank you, Krishna Kant. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're very
Okay.
audible.
As the R counter, I will be counting all the glitch words, repeated words, and words used which are not in proper in the proper order. So at the end of the meeting, I'll give you the account of what has been not used properly, especially and filler words. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepa Bandhari. I believe the objective of an R counter is clear to everybody. Next comes the grammarian, who looks over the grammar aspects of our speech. And as a grammarian for today, we have Toastmaster Jacob. Over to you, Toastmaster Jacob. I believe Toastmaster Jacob is with us.
He has a technical issue also. I think he's coming. Jacob, sir? Hello?
You can see me now?
We can't see you, sir, but we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, anyway, I'll introduce the word of the day.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
You can hear?
Yes.
And looking at usage of sentences, any special phrases or
Jacob,
It's all right. I believe we can move ahead in order to save time.
yes.
Okay. The grammarian.
No, sir.
Jacob, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, my word that rendezvous, and it means meeting at an agreed time and place. It can be used as a verb and a noun, and like as a verb, we can say after COVID pandemic, we will have a rendezvous at Valencia. And as a verb, I rendezvoused with John as planned. And phrase of the day is hit the nail on the head. Get exactly correct. When Ram said plug was the reason for electric fault, he had hit the nail on the head. I selected this special word rendezvous because long back when I first saw this word, they asked me to spell this one. And I, as a Norway, I spelled it as rendezvous. I didn't know the meaning like that. So afterwards, I came to know the correct pronunciation. That is the reason I introduced this word. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jacob. Can we have a reaction, a clap or a thumbs up for Toastmaster Jacob for explaining his role so well? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jacob. If the timer has returned, the timer, Toastmaster G, he hasn't?
No, he hasn't. Is Royal there? I had a backup. Royal?
Okay, that's great. That's great. Timer, Toastmaster Royal.
Yes.
Can you please explain?
Okay, Royal.
Yes, Royal.
Yes, so today I'm timer for the evening, a backup timer actually. So I'll be sharing my screen. 1 second. So suppose if the speech timing is between 5 to 7 minutes, for the 5th minute I'll be showing the green card. For the 6th minute I'll be showing the yellow, and for the 7th minute I'm showing the red card. Yeah, that's it in brief.
Thank you so much, timer Toastmaster Royal. Can we also have a reaction for Toastmaster Royal and Toastmaster Deepa Bandhari for explaining their roles so well to us? And especially for Toastmaster Royal for taking up the role in the last minute. That is something we see rarely happen. as a whole on the meeting at the end when I'm called upon. Until then, over to Toastmaster Fiona.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnakant. Now let us proceed with the first session, the prepared speeches. Before I introduce the speaker, Toastmaster Zina, I would like to introduce our evaluator to you all. Our evaluator is Toastmaster Sindhu, and she is from VVC Toastmasters Club. She's presently a student of she's an engineering student, and she's an athlete. She's a classical singer as well, and she told me that she loves puppies. Okay. So our first speaker of the day is Toastmaster Zina. She's a sergeant at arms of our club. She's an insurance advisor by profession. She's a hardworking and independent woman. And our favorite animal is a dog, our pet dog, and his name is Jammy. Jammy was very friendly and loving, and it was a part of their family, and he protected them. But now is no more, is not alive now. But then they still miss Jammy and love him so much. So now I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Sindhu, to read out our objectives. Toastmaster Sindhu, are you there?
Yes, team, I'm here. Thank you so much for that very sweet introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. A special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Zina. So the speaker is giving her elective under level 4 in the path visionary communication. Let me read out the purpose of the speech. The speaker has to facilitate or give an online webinar, which already the speaker has done. Now she'll be summarizing the whole thing, how she conducted, and will be giving a speech for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be submitting, I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Zina, for your speech. I'll be submitting my report at the end of the meeting. Over to the team. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
5 to 6, right?
5 to 7
minutes. Sorry, 5 to 7. Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu. Toastmaster Zina, health is wealth, health is wealth. Toastmaster Zina, all the best. The screen is all yours.
Tina, please unmute yourself.
Sorry. Good evening, everyone. I had done my online presentation on Wednesday, 23rd at 7:30 p.m. I had Toastmaster Ashita who evaluated me. Toastmaster Amit was my timer, and Toastmaster Koshi was my guest. So I had given a presentation of 17 minutes, which the time limit was up to 20 minutes. And I spoke on
Zina, please unmute yourself.
the purpose of my project was when I was ill, I did not have health insurance at all. Although the health insurance companies approached me many times, I gave it a deaf ear, saying that I do not want it and it is not important for me since I'm not getting any benefit out of it and only have to spend it. But little did I realize that I was in 6 months' time, I was diagnosed for breast cancer, that's stage 2, early stage 2 breast cancer. And then it was like a shock to me. I had to spend from my pocket because I did not have any backup like health insurance, and so it was around quite a quite some amount I had to spend from my pocket. So that is the time I realized that how important health insurance was to everyone who was kind of to all the people in this world. So health insurance. Uh, and after I got back on my feet, I answered this IRDA exam and started working as an advisor for health insurance. So now it has become my full-time job, and I have a passion towards this particular industry, to this job. And more and more people I connect to and give them a lot of awareness on health insurance. I've also kind of conducted presentations to colleges, schools, to teachers, to communities, and given them awareness of health insurance, because many times people do not have adequate health insurance at all. That is the reason sometimes they even end up spending, taking loan, or even they, kind of sell their jewelry and so on. So, as you all know, the punchline: health is wealth. Health insurance is an insurance cover which is used for medical and surgical expenses incurred during hospitalization. Health insurance provides people a much needed financial backup during emergencies. And as per today's scenario, 2 adults and 2 children require a minimum of rupees 25 lakh cover. So these are some of the health insurance products wherein we have in Star Health Insurance. Actually, we have around 39 to 40 products, but I will just kind of explain to you some of them. Star Comprehensive Individual and Floater Policy. This is a high-end policy where the individual and the families can even, kind of take this policy. This particular policy covers accidental death benefit and total disability due to accident to the proposer or any individual who is declared in this policy. You get pre-hospitalization 60 days and post-hospitalization 90 days apart from 24 hours of hospitalization. So the age at entry here is 18 years to 65 years, and for family you can take from one adult, that is one parent and one child. Family size, one adult, 2 children, one adult, 3 children. So 2 adults, one child, 2 adults can take it, or 2 adults, one child, 2 adults, 2 children, 2 adults, 3 children. Up to 3 children, we have this limit, and if the children are 4, we split it into 2. That is one adult and 2 children each. So what do you get? What are the benefits you get in hospitalization? Room rent, nursing fees, surgeon's fees, then anesthetic fees, then medical practitioner's fees, anesthesia, blood, oxygen, OT charges, then organ donor expenses, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, then pacemaker, all the implants you get. Then you get for diagnostic scans and all that stuff. You also get all daycare procedures. That is, all daycare procedures are nothing but these small surgeries wherein you don't need 24 hours of hospitalization. As per today's, kind of advanced technology, when you undergo a cataract surgery, you need only 1 to 2 hours. So those are these kind of daycare surgeries like files, fistula, or hernia operation. All these kind of things come as daycare procedures. Then you also have bariatric surgery. Bariatric surgery is nothing but body mass index should not be more than 35. It should be less than 35. So if it is more than 35, you can avail this particular benefit. You get Ayush treatment under this cover. You also get delivery expenses in a block of every 2 years. For 2 deliveries you get. You also get newborn baby cover. Apart from that, you get no claim bonus. What is no claim bonus? If you do not claim for the first year, the second year you get 50%. For example, 5 lakh cover, you get 50% of 5 lakh, which means total of 7.5 lakh you can claim for the following year. All put together, if it's a family policy, all put together can claim up to 7.5 lakh, or any one person can claim up to 7.5 lakh for that policy period. So if it is 10 lakh and above, you get 100%. No claim bonus. Then you get restoration benefit. What is restoration benefit? Restoration benefit is after hospitalization, supposing all the sum insured is exhausted due to hospitalization, example 10 lakh, it's all exhausted. So the company gives you again 100% restoration, which means you get 10 lakh again from the company for your treatment. Then again, there is the recharge benefit. It is 30%. For example, the 10 lakh cover has gone up to 10 lakh 75,000, something like that. So 30% of 10 lakh will be covered as recharge benefit, like how you get a toothpaste for 30% off. That is how it is. So then you can also have midterm, this one, inclusion. What is midterm inclusion? Supposing if a newborn baby is born, you should give an intimation to the insurance company saying that within 45 days, saying that a newborn baby is born. Because when you give that intimation, in case the baby is sick, the hospital takes care of that particular expense, apart from kind of not including the child in that policy. Okay, then later you can include the child, or you can include it in your next renewal when you're making your next, renewing your policy. Then again, you get 80D tax benefit on this policy, or people those are having their own business, they can take the benefit of GST, input output. So if their PAN card is linked with their GST, then they get this particular benefit. Then we also have domiciliary hospitalization. Domiciliary hospitalization is nothing but when a person is very critical and cannot be moved to the hospital. There could be a fatality when we move the patient to the hospital. So you can appoint a doctor or a nurse to look after that patient. Then you have road ambulance, air ambulance. Then you also have second medical opinion. This is a benefit which we have a panel of doctors in our company. So you can send us an email or download an app called as Talk to Start. So based on your sickness, you can connect to our doctors. There is again the wellness program with us in this particular policy.
Zina, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Actually, the time it has passed 9 minutes. I was not able to share the screen. Can you sum it up in 30 seconds?
Okay. I have almost done. Okay, next is Family Health Optima. All the benefits in the first policy is similar, but here you don't get limits. There are limits and sublimits. In Star Comprehensive, there is no limit and sublimits for the rooms. If it's 8,000 per day, you get the full actual, surgeon's fees and everything. Here there is limits and sublimits. Here you don't get delivery, but other things, all the other things you get here. Mediclassic is purely individual. Okay, and rest of the things are same as this Family Health Optima. Senior citizen red carpet policy is also a policy for senior citizens age at entry 65 to 75 years, 364 days. That is a copay 70-30. 10 lakh and above cover is 30% copay, which we paid by the insured person. And below that, it is 50%. Cardiac care policy is purely for people those who have undergone a bypass and stent in their heart and have got cardiac ailments. Apart from that, they get for other illnesses. Diabetes safe also is people those are on insulin regularly, and they get for other illnesses. So cancer stage 1, stage 2 also same. You get for the main disease and then the other things. Hospital cash benefit is not for hospitalization. to settle hospital bills. It is only the cash paid to the patient in order for sundry expenses during hospitalization. So super surplus top-up is a top-up policy which when you have a base policy in place. Supposing if you have a base cover of 3 lakhs for your family, and then as per today's scenario, if you want more, then you can, and you're not able to, kind of shell out for that, from the base policy. Sometimes the claims premiums are very high, so you can take the super surplus top-up, which is half the premium of what you're paying in your base policy for 25 lakhs for a person of 47 years and 2 adults, two children. Okay, yeah, the proposal is 47 years, so his premium will be around 11,000 for 25 lakhs. Personal accident care policy is only for compensation. All accidents, road, water, and air, dog bite, animal attack, and any from anywhere. Like we have up to 1 CR. So it's a global policy again. Trauma care is only for injuries of any fall. You get up to 1 lakh. Total death and accident due to disability. Here also say death and total disability. Micro policy is for the farmers and rural people. Arogya Sanjeevani is 100%. You can take 100% Ayush, or you can take certain percentage of allopathy also. All these things, all these have got even this Arogya Sanjeevani has got limits and sublimits, like these Family Health Optima and Mediclassic. Health is wealth. So health insurance is secure your wealth with a health insurance. When your health is secure, you can also when you have an health insurance, you can secure your wealth. I would like to conclude it. Health insurance is a policy and a contract between the policyholder and the insurance company, where the insured person pays an annual premium, and in return to that premium amount, the insurer compensates for the medical treatment up to the policy limit. Today, the medical expenses are so high, one is unable to settle the hospital bill. So I request all of you not only to have a health insurance, but to have adequate health insurance for you and for your entire family. With this, I conclude. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
And thank you, Toastmaster Zina. In Inspiron we Inspironians follow a different setup where we take 30 seconds to give feedback to our speaker. So since we don't have any ballot form here, so what we are doing is you can take 30 seconds and put your feedback, texture your feedback. Please let us maintain 30 seconds of silence for that.
Hina, can you please stop sharing the screen?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Do we give feedback like generally or anything specific here?
Yeah, on a speech, you can give a written feedback. You can personally text of we have that option in the Zoom where you can chat.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And
by
so
the way, I'm using the system mute just in case. Yeah, someone's wondering.
So we'll. Royal, can you please stop sharing the screen? Okay, let us proceed now. So we have a second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Ashrita. So first, let me introduce our evaluator to you all. That is Toastmaster Paul. Toastmaster Paul is a veteran Toastmaster is one of the charter members of Kochi Club and first community club and in Kerala. He is a retired professional manager and he loves gardening. And to speak more on Toastmaster Ashrita, Toastmaster Ashrita is the immediate past president of Inspiron Toastmasters. She is a prosthodontist by profession, and her favorite animal is dog because she feels being around them is therapeutic. Toastmaster Paul, can you please read out the speech objectives?
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and the target speaker, Toastmaster Ashita in particular. The purpose of this project is for the member to determine her style of humor and apply to a speech that centers around the message. Speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker and over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paul. Toastmaster Ashrita, a day to remember, Toastmaster Ashrita. All the best. Over to you.
Silence. Can you all hear me, by the way?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Silence is what I felt when I saw my cousin running ahead of me. Well, Toastmasters and guests, what a lovely evening today. Back in my high school, that was way back, I suppose, I used to be passionate about sports, like how Toastmasters was. And I used to always be passionate about pets. I used to stay back after college to practice my passion for sports. Well, that was only after I had a rendezvous with so many batchmates who also stayed back to practice sports. So I always had this tan around me, and my cousins used to ask me, why is that you have this tan? So I used to proudly tell them that this is my sporting tan. Well, jokes apart, but sports really teaches you what discipline is about. I was also in my, a little secret in the throwball team as well as the hockey team. So sports really made me more of a person than whom I am today. So sports was like how it structured me to be a better person. Well, let me tell you all one thing way back. Well, I was never good in trackings, but then I thought, why not participate in one of the track events? So there was a sports gala in Mangala Stadium, and in those days, participating in a sports gala was like, winning a trophy back in the Olympics. So I did participate, gave my name in high school. Well, I just realized 100 meters, there were so many participants. So I just rubbed my name against that and put my name in the 400 meters race. While little did I know what exactly I put myself to. I came back home and I was bragging about it with my cousin. Well, she said, Ashrita, you really have to hit the nail on the head to get back to the race because it's a 400 meter trackathon. Well, I thought how hard it could be. Just run 400 meters. Come on, Shruti. Well, on the day of the run, I just realized that my cousin also was standing next to me. Well, little did she tell me that she would also join the run along with me. Well, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. And I saw around 5 contestants. So I thought to myself, maybe I could come third. Possibility, you get a certificate for somebody who comes third. On the hit of the gun, I just ran at a slow pace. Seeing Ashwini, who ran like a panther, but she really had the spike shoes, which really scared me at that point of time because rest of us wore a normal sneakers and ran those 400 meters. Well, at the end of round 1, I saw Ashwini had already finished 2 laps. And that was when it struck me that I had to run 4 circles of the whole track. And it was a summer of 94. It was scorching hot. I just realized what a fool I am. Why did I participate in such a thing when I would sit back home and watch a regional television movie? Because at that point of time, we had regional movies playing on Doordarshan. We didn't have Netflix. We didn't have any of these movie channels. So running slowly, I realized that Ashwini had finished 4 laps and the crowd was going, yay, yay, Ashwini. And I was really scared that I might faint any minute. I looked back to see two of the contenders running really slowly, panting, brave like me. After a few meters, I turned again to see whether I was still third or maybe I was last. But utter astonishment, I saw the rest of the two had just moved away from the track and they discontinued. Well, it was at this point I realized that I was the only person running around the track. My cousin, who was ahead of me, had already finished the race. Well, I thought to myself, suddenly, I think I need to finish this race. I need to finish. I can't give up so easily. I am not the one who is going to be a quitter. Well, I just realized that winners don't quit and quitters are not winners. So I picked up speed a little bit what I could and ran like something less than 20 kilometers per hour, thinking that once I finish, I may be third. So I was really thanking my stars that I didn't faint, and I realized at that point that if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl, but reach the boundary line. Well, this has been taken from a quote. This is not self-quoted, but I just realized that finishing that marathon or 400 meters had taught a great lesson. It taught me like we need to prepare for anything in life. Preparation is almost 60% you have won the race, rest is luck. So I thanked myself that I completed the competition, but I realized I didn't even come third because ultimately only 3 participants completed the run. But a takeaway message for me was that always listen to people who have already had such a good experience. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashrit. That was an amazing speech because I remember my high school where I dared to participate in 3,600 race in Mangala Stadium. So please be on mute. Interference here. Now let us maintain a silence of 30 seconds and let's give the written feedback for our speaker, Toastmaster Ashrita. Thank you, Royal. You can stop sharing the screen. So we have the third speaker of the day, Toastmaster Amit Ananda. So before I introduce him, I would like to introduce his evaluator, Toastmaster Ranjit. Toastmaster Ranjit is from Manipal Udpi Toastmasters Club. Is a graduate in mechanical engineering, currently pursuing nursery teacher training. Is the managing director of Sriranch Ventures Private Limited. He loves Scouts because they give that selfless love to human beings. So, and to speak about a speaker, Toastmaster Amit Ananda is the VP Education of Inspiron Toastmasters. He is the quality manager of CGD's team and by profession is a quality control manager. He loves dogs because he feels they are very obedient, faithful, trustworthy, more than humans could be. So now I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Ranjit, to read out the objectives. Toastmaster Ranjit.
Thank you, TM Fiona. The purpose of my target speaker is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. All the best, TM Amit. Over to you, TM.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit. Toastmaster Amit, evolution of shoes, Toastmaster Amit, all the best. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Let me start sharing the screen.
Amit, 1 second. Regarding the green, yellow, and the red timer flags, I'll be posting in the chat box. Okay? Because I won't be able to share the screen.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
Can you all see the screen? Thank you.
Yes, Toastmaster Amit, we can see.
All right. Good evening, Toastmasters. Well, coming to the level 1, project 3 on research, I was just wondering a topic to speak on, and it so happened that I asked my wife, what should I speak on? And she said, speak on footwears. And that made me go into the Google search, and I happened to learn a lot about the history of and the evolution of shoes. It's hard to imagine what life was like when shoes weren't discovered yet. Everything started because of a real and practical need to protect the feet from outside effects. This seemingly simple human need turned into a quick growing industry in which design was just as important as functionality. Although the main design was just to protect the feet, but yes, the quality, the, the structure, everything was important to protect the feet of a human. Although the main quality of footwear have remained unchanged, looking back at the long and interesting history of shoes, you can see that the colors, materials, designs did change. Before, shoes used to be made by craftsmen, but today they are a part of an industry earning huge amount of money every year. Believe it or not, the accessories that currently cover your feet has a 40,000 year history. The history, changes and tendencies in footwear fashion can be divided mainly into these categories. That is the prehistoric, which is 2.5 million BC up to 1200 and 1250 BC. Antiquity, that is from 1250 to 476. Middle Ages, and then after that early modern time, and then the modern time. From the archaeological and the paleoarchaeological evidences, experts hypothesized that shoes were invented around in the middle Paleolithic period, approximately 40,000 years ago. However, it wasn't until the upper Paleolithic period that footwear was consistently worn by population. The earliest shoe prototype were soft, made from wrapped round leather, and you can see in the picture over here that It's a leather with jute and some grass filled inside, basically to give a cushion to the feet. Jump ahead a few thousand years to begin of the modern footwear. In Europe, early Baroque period, women and men shoes were almost similar. Though fashion and material differed among social classes, for common folk, heavy black leather heels were norm, and for the aristocrats, the same shape was crafted out of wood, as you can see in the picture over here. In the 18th century, fabric shoes like the silk, the wooden heel was covered with silk on the top to cover the upper part of the feet. But in the early 1800s, women and men's shoes finally began to differ from one another in style, color, heel, and toe shape. Cloth-topped shoe made an appearance during this era, and boots grew exceedingly popular. After much fluctuation, the standard for a man's heel finally settled at 1 inch. Until 1850, shoes were made straight, meaning there were no differentiation from left or right shoes. As the 20th century approached, shoemakers improved comfort by making foot-specific shoes. In the 20th century, the face of the footwear changed drastically from decade to decade. This was due in part to a variety of technology advances that made the shoemakers' process simpler. During the Great Depression, black and brown shoes dominated the American market. Shortly after, Oxford became a popular male choice and Cock-soled platform shoes grew popular among women. Though men's shoe style remained relatively unchanged, following World War II, women's shoes made another dramatic alteration in their appearance. Women's shoes were now arched and sophisticated and made to highlight the foot. Delicate heels grew narrower as the decade progressed. As female presence in the workplace grew in the last few decades of the 20th century, so did their heels. In the earlier 70s, platform shoes and wedges were popular among women, though they became less so in the 80s and 90s. Men's shoe trends, however, was stuck with Oxford style, either black or brown. These days, there are shoes for various occasions, moods, and preferences. There has also been a movement away from styles that focus primarily on comfort and function, as many designers are shifting interest from a matter of practicality to that of aesthetics. Celebrities like Lady Gaga have introduced the world to footwears that are more art and armadillo than it is clothing. If footwear trends continue in this fashion, we can expect the shoes of the future to be more out of this world. The history of footwear is interesting and intriguing. It reveals the strict diversion in the society into classes, the challenges of fashion in different era. Unlike these days, fashion changes every season. There were times when women couldn't wear heel shoes. Slaves didn't have any footwear in order to distinguish them from other people. And the noble competed with each other in terms of how fancy and sophisticated their shoes were. When we take a look at the remaining shoes, some mouths open wide. How could possibly some men wear heels as high as 30 centimeters? But today, It's a free market. The society is free with no laws restricting human rights. We can wear whatever our hearts desire. We can follow fashion trends and find different footwears for each situation and occasion according to our moods and dress code. The amazing 21st century and technology optimize opportunities allows us to have the highest quality, durable and fashionable shoes, and not just one pair but a closet full of fashionable shoes. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Let us take 30 seconds to give the written feedback for our speaker. Thank you, everyone. Let us proceed. Let me continue. Let me continue a story. It was an adoption camp in Valencia, which I did not volunteer for, but when I reached there, I started giving my service, and then people started choosing pets based on their color and their cuteness. But whereas this fellow was quiet and sitting in the corner, and he was malnourished and a black cat, so no one adopted him. I was hungry, so at around 3 a.m. I came to my apartment, had my lunch, and then when I went back, I thought I would head back to Bajpayee, but when I thought, let me just stop near the adoption camp and see what's happened. But when I stopped by, I realized that all the 30 pets were adopted except him. My heart cried. I called my mom, asked for a permission. She said, I am okay, but I don't know about that. Get him home. I put him in my bag and took him home. After I reached what happened, it's a completely different story and another exciting one. So let me tell it to you all later. But before that, let us proceed with the next segment, that is the table topic segment. And this segment is conducted by Toastmaster Pooja Prabhu. She is from Manipal Udupi Toastmasters. She's an engineer by profession and an explorer at art, and she loves cats, books, and all things Korean. She loves cats because she says cats don't trust easily, but then they love and trust people whom they chose to be with. Yes, I do agree.
You know?
Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. It's a pleasure to be a part of Inspiron Toastmasters Club today for the 244th meeting. Good evening, everybody. The theme of today's meeting is one that is really close to my heart. Animals in general and pets in particular have an innocence to them that makes you want to protect and love them. Today's theme is an apt description of the kind of love your little companions provide to you, you who are the center of their world. So, in their honor, I have selected topics that will try to do justice to our little friends. Table Topics helps members practice the art of improvisation and developing vital communication skills. Since we are Toastmasters, tried and provide a speaking opportunity to maximum audience members, this session is open to all members as well as guests. I may randomly call out anyone to participate, or you can volunteer by typing a message in the chatting that you want to take part. I request the timer to call out the timing guidelines for the table topics round. Please.
Yes, the time limit for table topics will be from 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I'll be sharing the green card. At 1.5, yellow, and at 2 minutes, red.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Royal. So we have 5 topics here today, and I would call out the Toastmasters name, and you would have to pick any one numbers from 1 to 5, and I would let you know what the topic is. You'll get about 15 seconds to think about the topic, and then present a speech in the time, timings, just time limit mentioned by the timer. So the first Toastmaster I would like to call is Toastmaster Susairaj. Do we have Toastmaster Susairaj?
Yes.
Okay, could you please pick a number from 1 to 5?
3. 3. Number 3.
Okay, so your topic would be, would you collar your pet? Like, would you prefer your pet to have a collar, or would you prefer your pet not to have one? Would you collar your pet? Toastmaster Susairaj.
Let me just pin the timer. Yeah. Table topic master and fellow Toastmasters, a warm good evening. Would you collar your pet? That was the topic. I think I'm not the right person to talk on this topic because I have never had a pet so far in my lifetime. But I always enjoy having a pet around. But since my dad doesn't like pets, I have never had a pet at my home. When I was a kid, I used to cry. I have tried my best, but they never supported me. But should we collar a pet? The question depends on the pet which you have. Because I have seen in houses, they have 2 kinds of dogs. Some have a lab, and at the same time, they have a Doberman. So if it is a Labrador, you don't have to put a collar because it is just like another family member. It looks at you like another family member. Even some family members may be looking at you badly, but it is one which loves you all the time. And it even understands the feelings of the human being. In my music master house, there was a Labrador. And the moment he sits for the rehearsal, the dog also sits with him. And it knows even it's time for the walk-in, it will just look at him very sadly, but it will not disturb him. But the moment he wakes up from the sofa, it goes running and brings his shorts because he knows that it's time for the walking. At the same time, he also had a Doberman, but there he puts a collar because, whenever the visitor comes, Doberman is not a very friendly animal. Even sometimes it used to bite his hand if he doesn't feed the Doberman. It used to feed bite the owner if they don't feed it on time. So again, it depends on the pet. So with that, I will summarize. If it is a friendly pet, obviously, like Fiona mentioned, if it is a cat or something, you don't have to collar it. And if you're going to have a Doberman or maybe a hippopotamus as your pet, probably you need to collar it to prevent your visitors from being hurt. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Susairaj. So the next Toastmaster I would like to call upon is Toastmaster Jyotika Shetty. Do we have Toastmaster Jyotika Shetty here? I think she is...
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. Could you please pick a number 1, 2, 4 and 5?
Unmute.
I'll pick 4.
Okay. So Toastmaster Jyotika, your topic is a fun fact on an animal of your choice. A fun fact on an animal of your choice. Toastmaster Jyotika.
Well, I love this topic. Well, my animal of my choice to be, it's actually a dog, but became an animal in my life without my choice, and it was a Persian cat, which has become my choice now, so I'll talk about her. And a fun fact is that the cat's name is Loki. And it's after, the funny thing is, all this while we were thinking Loki was a male, And it's only it's only 1 month back we realized Loki is a female and not a male. And this, I call it as an identity crisis for a cat. Poor cat, just because she cannot speak, she doesn't complain. But we've been actually after 1 year we found out it's a cat, because when she was actually going through the menopausal kind of those problems, that's the time we realized, why is she even screaming, why is she even behaving erratic? And then when I took her to the doctor, I realized that it's a female, not a male. So how bad can that get? So it's just that when you assume things in life, you assume sometimes wrong things. So if you don't know, ask. So I think this is one lesson that I have learned, that don't assume things, anything in life. It's a lesson in life as well. Don't assume that things are what you think it is. There could be a misunderstanding. So if you want to set it right, then ask. So that's the fun fact, and a learning from the fun fact that I had, that my cat was suffering from identity crisis. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyotika. So the next Toastmaster I would like to call upon is Toastmaster Roshan Meher Hamdan. Hamdan, I think I got the name right. Please correct me.
Thank
Toastmaster
you.
Roshan.
I choose any number you choose, but if you're going to bounce back at me, I'd say number 1. Thank you.
Okay, number 1. So your topic is, if you had a pet elephant, what would you name it and why? If you had a pet elephant, what would you name it and why? Toastmaster Roshan.
This is beyond the scope of my imagination. I'm afraid to think of a pet, let alone an elephant pet. But I don't know what I would call an elephant pet. But if I would have to speak for a minute non-stop, I would say that it would be nice for me to trade it for a cub with a friend of mine who would like to have that instead. And if I had a little cub, I would enjoy rearing it, because it would stand for symbol of courage. Having had that, now I have double thoughts, or I have second thoughts about the elephant, because it's a symbol of stability. So I go back to my friend and I ask if we can trade back. I have this elephant and I take the name that he has already given it, which is Tommy. And I would look at it as a symbol of stability and strength and practicality, and that's it. Here comes my green card to save me, and that's my time. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roshan. So please let me know. I think I have completed all the speakers, people who do not have roles today. Would anyone like to volunteer? We have 2 more topics to go. Would anyone? Okay.
I would love to go.
Krishnakant.
Okay, Toastmaster Amit.
Krishnakant.
Krishnakant. Okay, sorry. Okay, Toastmaster Krishnakant. Okay, I cannot say this. Okay, please pick a numbers 2 and 5.
I picked 2.
Numbers 2 and 5.
I picked 2.
2. So your topic would be. Do animals belong in zoos? Do animals belong in zoos? Toastmaster.
Okay, a very interesting topic. Do animals belong in zoos? Let me share an incident with you. Recently, we relocated. So what you're seeing behind me is our new house. So when we relocated here, I did not know that there was a gang of monkeys here. The gang of monkeys, they come every day precisely at 11:30. They sit outside, right outside this window that you can see here, and they start talking to me. They start thieving stuff. They start jumping around. They start scratching each other's back. They pick some worms out of their backs. They do all kinds of mischief. My mother has a beautiful collection of plants down. They pick everything out. They tear them away, and they completely destroy whatever she has built with all her dedication. What I understood from this incident and relocating to our new house was that we needed iron doors to reinforce our house so that these monkeys don't cause havoc inside the house. And with that, I understood how animals feel inside a cage in a zoo, because I'm experiencing the same. The monkeys are outside, I am inside. I am covered with an iron door out of which I can't go out because the monkeys will attack me. Inside, I can't stay because I feel frustrated. So I don't think animals are supposed to be in the zoo. If you ask me, national parks are really great. We could go on a safari, live with the animals and look at them. Invading their habitat and bringing them to a separate place, like we have relocated here and I'm inside an iron cage, it's not a comfortable feeling, and I wouldn't expect anything better for animals. So I don't think animals are supposed to be caged inside a zoo. I think they should be let free and we shouldn't invade their habitat. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnakant. We have one last topic. Would anyone like to volunteer? One topic, one more, last one.
Master Pooja, if no one goes, I'll go with the topic.
Okay. Toastmaster Fiona, yours is topic number 5, and that is 3 things you have learned from your pet. 3 things you have learned from your pet, Toastmaster Fiona.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, okay. When it comes to pet, I can't stop talking, and I was regretting that why am I here, body, and I'm not getting to speak on the table topic. But then these things which I learned from my pet is from my dog, especially. They're very loyal to you. I remember once when I was traveling to a place, I was a kid and I sat on a bike, and that person was unknown to me as well, but my mom knew him. So what my dog did was it pushed him down, and it somehow saw to it that I was safe, but the man was hurt and the dog was hurt. But then he pulled my dress and took me home. So they are very loyal, and they can harm themselves, but they'll take care of us. And the second thing is, it's not the animals are bad, it's all the bad nurturing. Now we say bad students, bad human beings, same as bad animals. No, basically it's nurturing. So they are not nurtured well, so it is bad. We cannot say the Doberman or the pit bulls, they are very ferocious. It's nothing like that. Basically, how human beings treat them, because I had animals who have been very loving, kind. I had animals who were very ferocious when initially I adopted them, but they were kind, and then later they became kind. And another thing is from cats is carry your attitude everywhere. Don't lower your standards for anyone. Okay, when you love someone, give them everything, but then don't lower your standards for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. So over to you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. So that concludes the table topic session, and we've had great speakers, and thank you for presenting your views, and the speeches were really good. So I would like to hand over the meeting to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Fiona. Back to you.
And thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. Now I request the timer to give the time of the speaker. Can you please give your timer's report for speakers, for prepared speeches? Toastmaster Royal, are you there? I don't know why the network is so bad today. Okay, I think we will continue with that. Then we will get back to the voting. Okay, so let me continue with a story. I named him Poppy. And as soon as I took him home, my mom slowly helped me to sneak him inside the room. I kept him inside my room. And when dad came in the evening, he started roaming around exactly the time when my dad entered the house. And we didn't know what to do. We were slowly, mom and I were busy tying flowers. I was putting my head down, acting as if everything is normal. And that cat Poppy just came and stood in front of my dad. So my dad asked in a very stern voice, who brought him home? And no one replied. We acted as if no one knows who brought him. He has come on his own. Dad started shooing him, but then he started crawling in front of my dad. And immediately my dad fell in love with him, and now he's a part of our family. So now I request Toastmaster Amit to, he will share the screen because my laptop is giving a problem. So Amit will share a screen where you can see how Poppy looks when I brought him home, and now how he looks at present. Amit, can you please, not show all the screens?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a time in the bag I brought him home, and this is how he looked initially when I brought him home. The next slide, please. This is after a few days. He's sleeping on my blanket. Next, please. This is now my dad and Poppy, and once now they're very good friends, and he will be always with my dad. So even if he's reading the newspaper, he will sit on the newspaper. Now I don't know what they're seeing, but since I've seen that for 10 minutes they were looking outside, so I clicked the picture. And next is he's sleeping on all my attendance registers and books and textbooks. Can you have a video of Poppy and my another cat, please? It's the next slide. The second video, not the first one, the second video. These are two of my cats. See, that black and white is Poppy. Okay, so next what we have is, I have a small quiz for you all. So I have put a picture of few animals. You have to identify, you have to exactly tell them what they are. Amit, please stop sharing, let it be here. Everyone can, okay, now can you show the next picture? Okay, next picture, please. Yes. Can anyone guess what are these? What do you call these?
Is that a ferret?
It's an otter?
No.
Is it an otter?
I think it's Toastmaster Krishnakant, if I am not wrong.
No, it's not me. It's not me. Someone else guessed it.
It's me, Fiona.
Okay, so it is otter. The next picture. I've written the name and the picture as well. Okay, next one. Once again, I'll tell you a fun fact about otters. Otters are basically, they play with stone, and about cuddle, they love to cuddle because they seek attention. They try to seek a lot of attention, and they're very smart among the mammals, very smart, and they try to be like humans, and they forget sometimes that they are not humans, they're just otters. Okay, so next slide, please. What is this called?
The cat.
No, not the cat one. Next one. Thanks, Royal, for the answer.
It's a kookaburra.
Yeah, it's correct. It's capybara. It's yes, and those capybaras basically the pronunciation is little weird, but then those animals basically are very friendly. They gel along with all the species: cats, dogs, even crocodiles sometimes. Okay, so can we have the next slide? The next one. Yes, what is this called?
A dog.
Yeah, give me the exact breed.
Oh no, it can't.
Black dog.
Come on, try harder. You're called cat.
Black male dog. Black male dog. Even more specific.
What happens is, we Indians, we see this dogs on the street and we call cartoon.
Cartoon. Yes.
But actually, they are called as Indian pariah dogs. Pariah because it's a Hindi derived word. Because no one usually back then they never used to take care of the dogs. They are called as pariahs. So they're called as Indian pariahs. So next time whenever you say cartoon, you call it as an Indian pariah. Okay, can I have a next slide? Can we have a next slide, please? What are these?
A sloth.
Sloth.
Yeah,
Sloth.
That's me. That's me.
It's kind of my animal. It moves literally to say it's very slow sometimes, and I mean they can't move fast. That's all. Okay, so I think yeah we come to. Can we have a next slide? It just shows yeah. We have another one sloth. We have another slide, I guess so. Yes. What are these called?
Oh, there was this animation movie, no? Disney.
Lemur.
Yes.
Meerkat.
Meerkat.
Right. I think it's Toastmaster Pooja is answering all the questions. It's called as meerkat. You're right. So now, here we come to the end of this activity. Now here we now we will proceed with the evaluation segment. To do so, we have a general evaluator, Toastmaster Krishnakant from VVC Toastmasters Club Mysore, and his favorite animal is otter. You just saw the otter there with the pebbles, and he likes them because of the cuddle. But sometimes the really cuddle is so hard and scratches. So now I request Toastmaster Krishnakant to conduct the evaluation segment.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. Good evening once again to everyone. Now we can directly jump into the evaluation session. The first speaker that we had today was Toastmaster Zina. Toastmaster Zina spoke about health insurance, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Sindhu. So Toastmaster Sindhu.
Good evening, everybody. General evaluator Toastmaster Zina is not here. So can we wait for her until then other two evaluators can evaluate?
Okay, wonderful.
I'll give it the end.
Yes, that's no problem. The second speaker that we had today was Toastmaster Ashrita, and the evaluator for Toastmaster Ashrita was Toastmaster Paul. Is Toastmaster Paul here? Oh yeah, I believe Toastmaster Paul is here. Over to you, Toastmaster.
General evaluator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, the speaker, Toastmaster Ashrita, has just delivered a speech as per L3P1, level 3P1, namely engage your audience with humor. At the outset, I wish to say that Toastmaster Ashrita has delivered a great speech. She is very, very confident. The clarity of the speech was very good. The spoken language is clear and is easily understood. The vocal variety used changed her tone, speed, and volume to demonstrate the vocal variety, to emphasize the points. And she had a very nice eye contact, effectively used eye contact to engage the audience. Gestures also is very, very good, very effective gestures. And then the audience awareness was also very good. The only comfort level, I found her very comfortable with the audience. Very comfortable, without any hesitation, with full confidence she was speaking. Then the interest she has shown engages the audience with interesting, well-constructed sentences, words. The only suggestion I have is that she could have improved on the humor side of it. In fact, the main objective is that construct humor elements in the speech around the main theme and do it. And if she can do that also, it would have been a very nice thing. But I find that overall the speech was very good. Speaker was she was speaking with amazing confidence and clarity. Congratulations to you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paul, for that wonderful evaluation. I believe Toastmaster Ashrita has noted down every point that you've said, and she will improve on the points that you've mentioned.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paul. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashrita. The third speaker that we had today was Toastmaster Amit Anand. And to evaluate Toastmaster Amit Anand, we have with us Ranjit Shetty. Over to you, Toastmaster Ranjit Shetty.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible? Pictures speak 1,000 words. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and my target speaker, Amit, TM Amit. You use the pictures in the presentation perfectly. I could hardly see a lot of sentences. It was filled with pictures, and that is the right way of presenting any presentation, research presentation. So, objective was clear, and you have done it excellently. And you started with a picture showing 40,000 BC to 2020 with two shoes placed over there. That itself conveyed the whole message, what you are going to talk about. So that was perfectly done. And even the content, the opening, body, and closing was perfect because you started with the opening where you stated why you went on researching this topic because of your wife. She advised you to research on this, and you went ahead with that. And the body included the evolution from prehistoric way up to the modern times. That was also perfectly done. And with the closing showing all the trend-setting footwear. So overall, it was the best presentation. And you also added a humor in one place where you said that ladies' footwear style kept on changing, but men's footwear style remained at Oxford. Right? So that was also well structured, I mean, well placed in the body. But to add some improvements, the first one I would suggest is it's always better to mention the source of the research. So it will not only add the weightage for the presentation, but also it will help all the listeners to go through these topics again and again. So in that way, so the source of the research. And one more thing, what I would suggest is regarding voice modulation and expression for your humor. It's just an improvement. You have done it well, but you can use some expressions like, say, women's shoes remain, but women's shoes kept on changing, but men's shoes remained as it is in Oxford. Something like that. You can use some expressions which could add some humor, more humor. You're already done the humor, just and yes, that's it from my side. But I want to summarize. To summarize, you had a well-researched, well-structured speech with good usage of pictures in the presentation. It was perfect. To improve, you can include the source of research, and you can add a little bit of voice modulation and expression. With that, congratulations on completing the L1P3 project, TM Amit. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ranjit, for the wonderful evaluation. Congratulations, Toastmaster Amit, for completing your level 1. I would like to ask if we can proceed further, because I still believe Toastmaster Zina is not here.
I think
she can
connectivity problem or something. Sindhu, you can give your evaluation. We'll make a note and we'll tell her.
Yes, that's good. Everybody can grab value from that. So let's hear Toastmaster Sindhu's evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests once again. So let me generalize on the delivery and the content of Zina's speech. The theme chosen was in a very good taste. God, Zina has got such a good hold on the flow, which he uh, without any glitches in the content or while delivering. And I liked how she brought up importance of the health and how boldly she said, yeah, yes, even I had undergone surgery. And all. That is really a very bold and brave step taken. And talking about the feedback from the last speech, she had got she didn't emphasize or talk into the points, but she really did a good job in this presentation when she went deep into each and every point. And yes, in online meetings, getting attention is one level and holding attention is next level. But from the beginning till the end, I feel she had the attention in the whole minutes when she spoke. Talking about the improvements, the start of the speech could have been enhanced. I felt it was very abrupt and a sudden pitch to the point when she started. Adding voice modulation is very important in whichever speech you actually give. So I felt that was lacking. And facial expression, I know it is a very serious topic which she was talking about, but adding a very subtle facial expressions would enhance the speech. Uh, uh, Talking about body language in online meetings, I know it is very, very difficult to add body languages and all, but hand gestures would uh, hand gestures would do better, like going a bit back in the front camera and show your hand gestures. That would really emphasize your speech and your virtual view to the audience. And but the objective of Zina was to tell her experience and talk about how she conducted online meetings, but she told entire thing. So I request Toastmaster Zina to please repeat the speech in the next meeting or the upcoming meetings. And the challenges which I would like to give to Toastmaster Zina is work on facial expressions and voice modulations. But in every speech, I would look forward to a beautiful feedback which I can take. And she brought up a very nice thing and important, like how health insurance and health is important, especially when you're broke. So that's it from my side. Over to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sindhu, for evaluating Toastmaster Zina in her absence. It was a wonderful evaluation. I believe we have all derived some value from the evaluation given by Toastmaster Sindhu. Thank you. Now I believe we can proceed with the voting session. The first speaker for today was Toastmaster Zina, who spoke on health insurance and health and its importances. The second speaker for today was Toastmaster Ashrita. Toastmaster Ashrita gave us a humorous speech on the race day of her life. And Toastmaster Amit was our third speaker, who spoke about fashionable footwear and how its evolution took place in the world. So I think now we can proceed to the voting section, and I hand over my screen to Toastmaster Amit. Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Roel, who has put the voting link in the chat. So let's vote and come back soon.
Yeah, the voting link is shared in the chat box, so kindly open the link and vote for the best speaker, table topic master, and table topic speaker, and general evaluator.
Royal, Toastmaster Royal, are everyone qualified for the speakers?
Actually, in terms of timing, since the two speakers are sharing the screen, so I couldn't share my screen simultaneously.
Okay.
So it's your call at the end of the day.
Because it went on pretty long. Amit was just 30 seconds, but Zina's went on up to 10 minutes, and
yeah,
it's not right for the other speakers if we consider them. It's according to Toastmasters, not correct because we have to stick on to time.
Okay, fine. So for best speaker, you can vote between Ashrita and Amit.
I request the timer to let us know when the time for voting ends. Thank you.
So 2 more responses are left. So I guess we can proceed, and those who didn't vote can do it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Royal. Next comes the evaluation section that consists of myself and the tag team. The timer for today, who took over the role in a split second, was Toastmaster Royal. We need to show our appreciation to him, but first he has to give us his report. Toastmaster Royal, over to you.
Is the time the speaker? Shall I repeat it, or shall we move ahead for the table topic? Table topic speakers.
I believe you can include both.
Okay, fine.
So that.
So the time taken by the speakers, Toastmaster Zina, it's 14 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Ashrita is 6 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Amit Ananda is 7 minutes 45 seconds. In table topic speakers, Toastmaster Susai Raj 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Jyotika Shetty 1 minute 33 seconds. Toastmaster Roshan is 1 minute 12 seconds. Toastmaster Krishnakant is 1 minute 53 seconds. Toastmaster Fiona is 1 minute 34 seconds. So all the table topic speakers are qualified. In evaluators, Toastmaster Sindhu 3 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Paul 2 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Ranjit, it's 2 minutes 35 seconds. So all the evaluators are also qualified.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Royal, for that crisp report. Thank you so much. The next member in the tag team is the R counter, of course. The R counter for today was Toastmaster Deepa Bandhari. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepa Bandhari.
Good evening. The first person whom I have noted is Fiona, the president. In her TMOD and her speech, she has given about 26 hours. Krishnakant, so far as the general evaluator and the speaker, you have given 9 hours. Zina had a lot many hours and about 32 hours and Sindhu, her evaluator, had 13 hours and a couple of so's. Ashrita had only 2 hours, but she used so many a times. Her evaluator, Paul, had 3 hours and 3 long pauses. The third speaker, Amit, had 2 hours. His evaluator, Ranjit, had 7 hours. The table topic master had 4 hours. The table topic speakers, Jyotika had 2 hours and Roshan had 4 hours and some long pauses. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for that detailed report, Toastmaster Deepa Bandhari. We really do appreciate the detailed counting of every and that you've done. The next in the tag team is, of course, the grammarian. And the grammarian for today was Toastmaster Jacob. Over to you, Toastmaster Jacob.
Good evening again, General Evaluator and my fellow Toastmasters. I noticed everybody had a very good English. I couldn't find anything, but I just noted down some of the good phrases and good words and everything. I'll just start, and before that I'll tell only one speaker used the word of the day and the phrase of the day. That was Ashrita. And now to each speaker, like first speaker Zina, she had this phrase called "health is wealth." I think it is called alliteration. No? Then speaker to Ashrita, she had so many good usage, passion for sports, jokes apart, ran like a panther, scorching heat, winners don't quit. Then Amit Anand, evolution of shoes, slow and steady speech, believe it or not, hypothesis, cushion to the feet, and so many moods and preferences. Then table topic master Pooja Prabhu, love and protect, center of the world. General evaluator Krishna Kant, in his especially on the in his table topic speech, gang of monkeys. Then evaluator one Sindhu, facilitate holding attention. Evaluator two Paul, emphasize the points, amazing confidence. Ranjit Shetty, pictures speak 1,000 words. That was a good one. Finally, I come to Deepa Bhandari. I couldn't find anything. Very good English. So I think I covered everybody. Of course, Fayana. Fayana, very good topic. Love me, nice usage. Love someone and give everything. Shooing in about the cat. Then she gave different breed names, which I didn't know. I knew about sloth. What is that? Kukumbara. First time hearing that word. So everybody spoke well and good usage, good grammar. I couldn't complain much, and I couldn't point out, and maybe I didn't notice much. All of them, congratulations. I'm back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jacob, for that wonderful appreciative report. And since I have a liking towards the grammarian, I'll give him one more for the count. It's time to hit the nail on the head and give my evaluation on the overall meeting. The meeting started with Toastmaster Zina opening the meeting. It started about 3 minutes late, which I believe happened because of the technical issues that we were facing, and it can be exempted from my report. What we can do to improve on this is that we can all join the meeting a bit early. The time of the meeting starting was 5:30, but we were all asked to join at 5:15. Since we're dedicating 2 to 3 hours of our life every week in order to improve ourselves, we are benefiting ourselves from it. So let's include 15 minutes more in order to make this process a smooth one. Toastmaster Zina explained the objective of Toastmasters International, what it stands for, what it does, and she explained the rules of how a meeting has to go. One suggestion I would give to anybody who would take the role of the SAA would be that when you give the third rule, that is, please refrain from talking about sex, politics, and religion, you can frame it in a manner such as this. Sex, politics, and religion is involved in almost everything that we speak about. So if you have to speak about such a topic, please do so in a manner that it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Because if we take topics of our daily life, there is an involvement of sex, politics, or religion in almost everything that we speak on. So let's speak in a manner that doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. So if the rule is framed in such a manner, it would be beneficial for the speakers who speak. Overall, the work of the SAA was handled very well, and congratulations to Toastmaster Zina. Can we have a reaction for her? The next role was, since there was a technical issue, the initial role of the TMOD was taken by Toastmaster Amit, and he handled it very well. He addressed everyone, including the area director, Toastmaster Jyotika Shetty, and another area director that we have with us, Toastmaster Deepa Bhandari. And he also did not forget to mention the new member. And then Toastmaster Fiona took over. She did a very, very good job as TMOD. One thing I would suggest to anybody who takes up the TMOD role is that it would be great if, in the presence of new members and guests, if you mention the forming of the Toastmasters Club or how it came into existence. For the benefit of people who do not know, I will tell that now. Toastmasters International was found by Ralph C. Smedley on 22nd October 1924. It currently has over 3,64,000 members and over 1 lakh clubs, I believe. you're sitting in Inspiron Toastmasters Club, which is a part of District 121, Division F, and Area 4. So if it has to divide, if a club has to be divided into so many categories, you can imagine the scope of Toastmasters and how huge this community is. The next role was taken over by, of course, I'll come to the tag team. First, the timer. Timer, I have no comments because it was taken over by Toastmaster Roel at a minute's notice. So Toastmaster Roel, wonderfully handled, and the way you used to alert people about the time in the chat, that was a very good tactic in order to not use the screen and let the speaker speak in an uninterrupted manner. Then coming to the grammarian, wonderful job. I have no comments. Just one suggestion is that we have a tradition in Toastmasters. I don't know if Inspiron Toastmasters follows this, but we do follow it, and I would love to see this tradition followed here too. That is, in an online meeting, we usually, whenever a person uses the word of the day or phrase of the day, we acknowledge it by choosing a reaction in the chat box, or when in physical meetings, we do so by tapping anything beside us, like tapping twice, in order to acknowledge that the person or the speaker has used the word of the day and phrase of the day. This keeps audience engaged and they keep listening to the word of the day and phrase of the day again and again, which gives them scope to use it in their daily life. That is one suggestion I would like to give to the grammarian. Coming to the R counter, the categories of words, that is CRPF, crutch words, repetitive words, pauses, and fillers. It was very well explained, and the report was very well put forward. And I have no comments for you. A role well done. Congratulations to the R counter, the grammarian, and timer. Can we have a clapping reaction for them in the chat box? Then comes the Toastmaster, Table Topics Master. Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Pooja Prabhu. Both the table topics, and the session was conducted in a very smooth manner. One thing you did was that mention that there were 5 topics, so it was really a competition on who gets the topics. If we had more members, that would have been a great sight to see. We competing over who gets the last topic. That is a job very well done, and you explained your guidelines of table topics very well. I appreciate that a lot. Very well done on that. One thing you can do is, only one suggestion I have, and this is just nitpicking. There is I think a task in Pathways where it requires a person, the speaker to take up, the person to take up the TTM role, especially the TTM role. And after every speech that is given, after every table topic speech that is given, you give your feedback or your take on that very topic. So that is something we can try when we take up the table topics role. Whenever we give a topic, as soon as the speaker speaks, we can speak 2 words and we can give our 2 words on that topic as well. So that is one thing I can give as a suggestion to the TTM. Other than that, wonderfully handled. Can we have a big round of applause in the chat for Toastmaster Pooja Prabhu for handling her role so well. Overall, the meeting was really great. Rendezvous overall was a huge success. One request I have is for the host to not kick anyone out of the meeting, as we welcome everybody, and not kick out people from the meeting, which would eliminate the technical issues that we have in the beginning. And even though there were a lot of technical glitches which are uncontrollable because they are out of our control, so we pulled through and we did very, very well in this meeting. The 244th meeting of Inspiron Toastmasters, I'm happy to say, was a grand success. I wish you all the best for your future meetings as well. And that is my report as the general evaluator for today. Over to the TMOD, Toastmaster Fiona.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnakant. I would say that about kicking out by the host, it's actually, I think, problem with my laptop because the same idea I logged in with my phone and it worked. Sorry, Amit, it's not the way.
That is just in good humor. Please don't take it seriously.
No, but then I felt like, let me tell it. Because we three hosts were managing the meeting. Okay, thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnakant, for that detailed report. So, let me continue. Animals never think about heaven, or they don't think about hell. I think that's what we have in common. Usually, human species are the only some of the species who harm animals for fun. Okay, but there's a saying which says, "I'm part of a second." We may have pets, but when it comes to unconditional love, they are our masters. Let us love all the living beings around us, animals and human beings equally. Remember, it takes nothing to be good to animals. So please be good to animals uh, and take care of them. I'm very emotional now, but then, yes. So now here we come to an end of the meeting, but then since I myself am the president, I will take over. Now TMOD part is done. Okay, so I have a few announcements to make. Before that, let me announce the results. So we have the best speaker today, and it is shared between two speakers, that is Toastmaster Amit Ananda and Toastmaster Ashrita Shenawa. Congratulations to you all. And we have the best evaluator, Toastmaster Sindhu. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sindhu. And then we have the best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Jyotika, who is our area director. Thank you, congratulations to Toastmaster Jyotika. And I have to make one announcement. We have that Division F Premier League debate battle competition. So at area level, it will be conducted from 21st October to 24th October. So Inspironians, if anyone is interested to be a part of this, please text Amit or me. We will look into the matter. If we have many contestants, we'll keep a contest. But if we have limited ones, we will directly go into the. We directly have to go to the contest, because as we have only 9 people here. So please let us know what it is well in advance. As soon as the meeting gets over, please put it in a chat box. Whoever wants to participate in debate competition, because it's a great exposure for us. So let us know. And now let us all switch on our videos and pose for a picture. I think Amit is ready there.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Everybody? Paul sir. Roshan, are you there?
I think I should get my pet, no, Fiona?
Yes,
yes. Do get Loki.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Let me just wake her up.
Actually, I knew it was she, but then you called him he. I kept quiet.
Poor thing. She's been... Okay, here she is. Can see her?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. She's adorable.
Smile, please.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We will have, because we told in the schedule that we will end the meeting by 7:30. So we have 3 more minutes. So if whoever wants to give the feedback, you can, the stage is open to you all. You will have 3 minutes. So that means each person gets 30 seconds. So anyone can give us feedback so that we can implement that in our next meeting.
Paul sir. Paul sir, a feedback.
I find that the meeting is very lively, very friendly manner you have conducted the meeting, and it was really interesting. I was just observing what is happening, and I think this is the way in which you should conduct the meeting, and people are happy about coming and attending the meeting. Gradually, the improvement will come. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? We have 2 more minutes remaining.
Sindhu.
Hi, I would like to go.
Pooja.
Yes. Hello again, everyone.
Please continue.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
So I particularly do not have any feedback. Like the meeting was really smooth, and this is actually my first experience participating in a meeting outside of my club. So it was a really good experience, and I felt the vibe was really positive. And yes, it was a great meeting, and it was good to have a meeting with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Ranjit?
Yes, Toastmaster Ranjit and Toastmaster Sindhu is also there. So you'll get 30 seconds each.
See, I don't have the feedback, but I have the takeaways. I have 3 takeaways from this meeting. The first one is the good implementation of 30 seconds feedback that you follow here. That is one takeaway for us. And second is the table topic master, the suggestion suggested by general evaluator. The table topic master has to give a feedback after each speaker. That's a second takeaway. And third one is I know how Amit Anand wins the presentation. Wins the best speaker from this presentation. See, at the end, you have to show only girls, ladies' shoes, not boys' shoes. That's what we can do. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ranjit. We have Toastmaster Sindhu.
Good evening again. I'm Sindhu, like I mentioned before. I'm from VVC Toastmasters, and I'm so happy that you guys invited us to take up roles and attend your meeting. I'm so happy to see you all. First, as General Evaluator Krishna Khan said, I was really scared because everybody are elder to me here. I don't know will I be able to pull this role up to your expectations or not, but it was really nice experience to see you all. And one point which I would like to tell is you made us comfortable here. Otherwise, I don't think that is one of the main thing which we expect being an outsider. And thank you. I don't know, it was 30 seconds or more, but I would like to thank each and everybody for welcoming us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu. And we have the area director, Deepa Bandari, and we have Jyotika ma'am. Deepa ma'am, do you want to say something to us? Is Deepa
As
ma'am
usual,
here?
a good meeting. Enjoyed all your pets. And it was a lot of learning from you all. You all conducted in a different way. Good learning. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think so. We adjourn the meeting. You're always welcome. So we love more the merrier. So anytime, whenever you're free, we have meetings on second Saturdays and fourth Saturdays. So anytime, whenever you all are free, do log in. We will post the meeting details to your presidents and the VP Educations. Okay, so you're always welcome. So thank you for being a part of this meeting. Your presence made it great. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. So we'll adjourn the meeting.
Okay.